What is up, everybody? What is up? It is I, Tyler, aka TheoryCraft Gaming, bringing you back to StarCraft 2 in another episode of TheoryCraft. Spawning over here in the top right side, we do have our red Protoss player, Plants B, and spawning over here in the top left. Did I say top right over here with plants? I don't know. Protoss is in the right, Zerg's on the left. He is going to be blue, and his name is going to be TG Dormant. Oh man, I kind of feel like this guy's like one of my dudes, cause TG, you know, TheoryCraft Gaming and all that. Talking about Plants B being seen on day 9 and who's a what now and whatchamacallit what's. This is a Wings of Liberty game, I do believe. Yep. Wings of Liberty, and I have not seen this replay before, but it is going to, of course, be a ZVP. I was starting to get tired of all the Terran that we were seeing. All the games I was casting were like Terran versus Terran or Terran versus something else, and there was just mad Terran going on. So I got a game with no Terran in it, and we'll see what happens. So gonna get this game going. We do have the Overlord on the way from coming across the right here from TG Dormant, and pretty standard opening. Again, this is Wings of Liberty, so opening strategies a wee bit different, a bit different, but the 13 gateway pretty normal, pretty standard. So TG Dormant gonna be throwing down his first expansion right here. Nice little early expand at the 215 mark roughly is when that went down. No gas yet, so pretty standard openings coming out of both of these players. I have no idea what level of play they're at, but considering the fact that they're both doing relatively standard play. You know what? Actually, let's check out the. Oh no, I don't know. What's the? Oh, M. Okay. Yeah. So who knows? Who knows what league these guys in, or these guys are in? Oh man, you can tell it's been a while since I've actually done one of these because I don't know how to make words with my mouth. Because I'm really bad at that. Oh, Dormant's gonna spot this. You see those little clicks? Yep. So this drone is going to see this proxy pylon, and he's gonna go start working on this probe. We'll see if this. Oh wow, pulling a lot of drones off to pick away at this pylon. Gonna be throwing down the cannon right here on the low ground. Of course, this pylon giving this cannon a vision of the high ground. Should this cannon go up before these drones are able to take out this pylon, this cannon is going to be able to attack these drones from down here. But we'll see if that actually happens. More drones being pulled off the line. Going to be circling this, and we do get the cancel on the cannon. Zella going to be moving out here from plants across the map. So we will see what happens there. The pylon does finally go down, but we did lose a lot of mining time for the blue player. Now TG Dormant saying nice try, and I don't know. It's always fun to see people, you know, start talking shit and stuff. Now Plant, of course, going to be a supply block because he did not throw down another pylon as that other one was being killed off. But there is the pylon, finally goes down. Now we are at the 5-minute mark. We already have Warp Gate on the way, and we do have, you know, the gateway here and a Twilight Council coming down. So that cannon actually not really setting Plants back too far. He was actually not doing an all-in cannon rush by any means whatsoever. So he's got his double gas down, and he is going to be getting fully saturated here at his main. Going to be doing some early one-base play. A couple of zealots though hacking away at this hatchery. This is actually really brilliant right now coming from our Protoss player, because he was able to realize that because the Zerg have this natural down here, he wasn't really building anything. Now he is researching metabolic boost out of his spawning pool, but he's just now making Zerglings, and he's not making that many Zerglings. In fact, I don't even know if 4 Zerglings is going to be enough to deal with this. These zealots are probably going to be able to push this hatchery down. We'll see. Hatchery's at 42 HP. Yeah, this hatchery actually falls. So these Zerglings coming out way too late. Of course, these Broodlings and Zerglings going to be able to make quick mincemeat of those zealots. But that was an absolutely phenomenal play by our whatchamacallit, our Protoss players. Play and stuff and things and stuff. I hope this game kind of gets funny though, because it's not really funny so far. I mean, it is pretty funny that that Dorman was like, oh yeah, nice try, bro, like with the cannon rush and everything, and he actually ended up losing his natural to 2 zealots, no less. It wasn't like a crazy, like, it wasn't like there was like a proxy pylon like here, and then he killed off these rocks, and like 8 zealots like streamed in and took out this hatchery. You know what I mean? It's like 2 zealots just basically walked in the base and were like, okay, oh yeah, we're just gonna kill that. We're just gonna do that right now. So the Zergling trying to scout around, but not gonna be able to get up here because we do have a bit of a wall off going down from plants. We do have the Dark Shrine now. We'll see if the Zerg player ends up being able to scout this. Now, he does have the Overlord moving in from the right here. Looks like the Overlord's getting commands to cut across this way. So, yeah, this Overlord's probably going to spot this Dark Shrine. I don't see, you know, maybe if we had like a Stalker get warped in right here, then we'd be able to fix that. But I feel like that by the time the Overlord actually makes it over to this position, because he's not going to come into vision until right about close to now. And so, yeah, we'll see if we get a Stalker warp in over here. Oh, and the Zergling, of course, running up into the base, actually right past this. I don't know where the Stalker went. Oh, so there are a couple DTs on the field. Let's see if TG Dormant has... Yeah, damn, already, yup. Yeah, so these DTs going to be able to do phenomenal damage. This other DT running right up into the main base, and TG not going to have any... Oh, he does have a Spore Crawler. Okay, so that DT did in fact go down. But this one is going to be able to hack away at this poor hatchery, and he's not even attempting to move his Spore Crawler down to his natural. So, and then, yeah, this Stalker's going to move in, be able to clean this right up. So, TG Dormant actually losing his natural twice to 1 DT the second time and 2 Zealots the first time, which... I actually think that's really funny because, oh my goodness, like, yeah, the Protoss is definitely going to be in the lead here. Now, while the Protoss is still working off one base, he does have his second Nexus coming down somewhere in the mid-game at about the 10-minute mark. Excuse me. I never get enough sleep these days. And these Stalkers are going to be able to take out this that Overlord. It is going to actually supply block our Zerg player taking out that Overlord as well. So our Zerg player not being the most efficient player. He does have his lair tech, and he doesn't seem that he's mining out of this gas at all. So, oh, there goes 4 drones, it looks like, actually. Onto this gas. I could be wrong. That could be 3. Obviously, we don't have the little counters like you do in Heart of the Swarm because we are watching a Wings of Liberty game. But the proxy pylon is going to be going down here from plants, and this little army is looking... it wouldn't be that scary if the Zerg player actually had units, but I don't think that 3 Zerglings and 7 Roaches is really going to be very effective. Especially after, yeah, we got some sentries coming in. Now, this DT isn't going to be super effective. He does have 11 kills. Of course, one of those being a hatchery. Or I actually don't know if that counts buildings. But, yeah, I don't know. The Protoss player is definitely ahead here. He does have a second base, of course, ever in no matter what the circumstance, being ahead of a Zerg in bases as any other race puts the Zerg way behind. Zerg always wants to be 1 base ahead of their opponent. However, we do have the Spire, yet 1 basing a Spire isn't going to be very effective, especially this late in the game. He is going to start running out of minerals. You'll see some of these mineral patches are already down to the 500 mark. So he really needs to get this expansion going. And the best part is he won't be able to. There is a pylon going down in his natural's position. This Protoss player's army... There's only one way that the Zerg player can get out of his base. Can I please expand? That's pretty funny. There's only one, way that the Zerg player can get out of his main. It's like with drones and such, and that would be coming down this ramp and going this way, down through here, or cutting across this way and making it out like this. And obviously, the Protoss player has stuff everywhere. So there is the pylon here. There is some DTs. His big Stalker army's right here. There's some sentries over here that could force field this. And then there's a Zealot to chase down anything that manages to slip by if that did actually come to pass. And the Protoss player's base looking pretty standard, We are researching Blink. relatively fair research to be having right now. Getting an observer out on the field is always a plus. And yeah, going to be throwing out some cannons, some basic defense. Got a pylon here, going to be able to see down here, see if he needs to worry about these destructible rocks at any point. Getting his double assimilator up, and basically it looks like Plants has this game won. I wish there was more to it than that, but who knows? Maybe we will be surprised, ladies and gentlemen, because this game does actually go on for another 5 minutes. And but this Protoss army, you know, it's kind of just chilling here. It's kind of chilling. Got the cannon down. Not really sure the total. You see, he's investing this money in cannons. Another cannon over here. When I don't know if I enjoy him like doing this contain on the base for the particular reason that these roaches are actually more than what the Protoss player could handle right now. To Muta. Why would he give away the fact? Oh, okay, because the Mutas are actually in the base. So this is actually a really ridiculous game in the sense that, wow, all of these probes going to be heading down to the gold mineral patches. Okay, alright, here we go, Force fields, not good force fields. These roaches are going to be able to come down here and take away these cannons, and the Protoss player is very low on army supply now. See, this is what I'm talking about. If he had gotten 2 force fields, one here and one here, he would have been able to deal with that quite remarkably. But he wasn't able to do that. His force fields were terrible. He's going to lose all of this investment. This is what I was talking about. These cannons never seem to really fulfill a good position for the Protoss player because they're not going to really do anything. They're gonna go down. But I think that the most hilarious and most notable part of this game is the fact that the Zerg player lost his natural twice. The first time to 2 Zealots, the second time to 1 Dark Templar, and then the Protoss player lost a ton of his probes and essentially had to stop mining off of his natural for a fair amount of time due to only 2 Mutalisks. Now, all of these roaches and mutas are going to be on the field. This mortal should be able to do a ton of damage to these roaches, which is quite effective. You'll see he actually didn't take any damage. It was right after his shield went down. Both players, however, being supply blocked, neither player could actually produce more units right now. Now, I do believe that Pants... Oh, it's Pants. I've been calling him Plants B. It's Pants B. Can't read. So Pants over here actually kind of has a nice wall-off. This forge and this pylon going to be doing some good things to keep the roaches from being able to just slip up this ramp, as well as the double cannon here being able to tack over this expanse. So while these roaches are trying to get all the way around, like this area, they have to go all the way around unless they want to sit and kill off buildings. And during that period of time, these 2 cannons are actually getting beautiful shots off on that army the entire time, as well as the stalkers being in this phenomenal position. So I actually really like the setup here from Pants, but TG just might have too many roaches to deal with this. We'll see how this actually plays out. This Immortal really needs to get on the field. This Immortal really needs to start attacking right now. However, these cannons are going to be able to do some damage. That is a pretty good force field. Going to be able to take out some of those roaches, getting them stuck behind that force field. I actually really like that. We'll see if these cannons can pick both of these roaches off. They can, in fact. So now this roach army actually starting to dwindle. These are actually some fantastic force fields right there, picking off, just whittling away the Zerg army. The roaches getting caught roughly 2 to 4 at a time, and these stalkers just able to pick away at that. Moving in here though, letting these Zerglings get in here, I'm not sure it was the most effective plan, but the Protoss player still might just have enough to push away these roaches. However, I don't think he should have been that aggressive. I do think that, okay, so he is warping in more stalkers. Now the Protoss player does win this engagement, but barely. I don't feel it was nearly as cost effective as it could have been originally had he continued to use that force field whittle whittle away strategy. But let's see what's going on a Zerg player's base. He still doesn't have his natural up. You'll notice that the supply is 95 for Pants to 33 for Dormant. So if Pants actually attacks right now, he's probably going to be able to finish off this game. But really, it's quite shocking how this whole entire game has played out, because Pants was actually able to kill off the Zerg player a lot earlier in this game. And he actually gave up on that opportunity. He let the Zerg player mass up roaches. He had poor force fields on the ramp. These stalkers are going to blink up here and take out these roaches. And I think we are going to see the GG out of Dormant here in about a minute. But yeah, so actually, kind of a ridiculous game. There were definitely multiple instances where both players had a clear advantage, and yet neither of them could quite pull it off due to just sitting back and not really doing much. But I think the most hilarious part of this, not only does Pants have a ridiculous economy right now, like look at that, almost 2,500 minerals and 700 or so gas, and yeah, and he's throwing down another expansion here at the gold, right in front of the Zerg player's nose. Doesn't seem to really matter, though. I believe that our Protoss player is going to take it, but that was absolutely hilarious. The 2 Zealots taking out the expansion, followed by the 1 DT taking out the expansion, followed by the 2 Mutalisks, if you will, completely derailing this expansion for a fair amount of time. Quite the oversaturation here. Look at these probes. It's TG Dormant saying, well, GG, I almost had you. No, buddy. No, you really didn't. Watching this replay, there was actually no point in this game in which you had, or almost had, Pants. Now, there was a split moment where your Roach army was quite formidable against what the Protoss player had, but in no way did you take advantage of that advantage that you had over the player. So, no, you actually didn't almost have him. But thanks, everybody, for watching. Be sure to check out my website for all things Tovarish Gaming. That is going to be tovarishgaming.squarespace.com. And as always, follow me on Twitter at Tovarish Gaming. And if you haven't subscribed and you like the content, please do so you can see more of it. And thanks a lot for watching, and we will see you next time.